Have you ever made a really close friend online? Someone you connect with so deeply, you share things you might not even tell your family.
Huh.
Today's deep dive is about just that,
Oh, cool.
the unexpected power of online connection. We're going to be exploring the story of Mats Steen,
Okay.
a young man from Norway who, unbeknownst to his family, lived an extraordinary second life.
That's fascinating, especially when you consider that Mats lived with Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Oh, yeah?
It's a genetic condition that progressively weakens muscles and often confines those who have it to a limited physical world.
Right.
But online, in the immersive world in World of Warcraft, he found a different kind of freedom.
Yeah. It's almost like he stepped into another reality. Matt's character in World of Warcraft was Ibelin Redmoore,
Okay.
and he became the central figure in a prestigious guild called Starlight,
Hmm.
and they were known for their intense role-playing.
Hmm.
Crafting these elaborate backstories for their characters and weaving really intricate narratives together.
So within this community, Mats, or rather Ibelin, wasn't limited by his physical condition.
Right.
He could be a dashing rogue or a hero on epic quests or even a trusted friend offering advice.
And he really embraced it too.
He did.
He poured over 20,000 hours into this world,
Wow.
forging connections that would ripple far beyond the game itself.
That's incredible. 20,000 hours. Think about that for a second. That's more time than many people spend with their families in a whole year.
Yeah.
It gives you a sense of just how real and how important this online life was for him.
Exactly. It speaks to the power of these online spaces to offer a sense of belonging, purpose, and achievement,
Yeah,
especially for those who might face challenges in the offline world.
absolutely. In World of Warcraft, Mats wasn't defined by his disability.
Right.
He was Ibelin, a
Yeah.
valued member of a vibrant community.
And that's where things take a really heartbreaking turn. After Mats passed away,
Mm.
his parents stumbled upon this whole other dimension of their son's life.
Oh, wow.
They found emails pouring in from people all over the world. People who knew him only as Ibelin.
That's amazing.
They were grieving, sharing stories, and expressing just how deeply this young man,
Wow.
whom they'd never met in person,
Yeah.
had touched their lives.
Imagine the parents' shock. They had no idea about the extent of their son's online life.
I can't even imagine.
The depth of the friendships he'd formed,
Yeah,
the support that he'd offered to others.
Well-
It was like discovering a secret chapter in his life, one filled with incredible compassion and connection.
They were reading messages from people calling Ibelin a rock for the guild.
Oh, wow.
Someone who always had time to listen and offer advice.
That's beautiful.
It completely changed their understanding of their son.
Yeah.
It was like they were getting to know him all over again. But this time, through the eyes of the people he connected with online.
It really challenges our preconceived notions about what constitutes a real relationship.
I think so too.
It makes us think about the boundaries between the online and offline worlds and how those boundaries are becoming increasingly blurred. For Mats, these online connections were clearly a vital part of his life,
Yeah.
offering him a sense of community and purpose that transcended his physical limitations.
And that brings us to a really powerful message that
All right.
resonates throughout this entire story.
Yeah.
Be kind. You truly never know what someone else is going through,
Mhm.
both online and offline. Behind every avatar, every username, is a real person with their own unique experiences,
Right.
challenges, and joys.
It's easy to forget that in the digital world,
Oh, yeah.
where interactions can sometimes feel fleeting and impersonal. But Matt's story reminds us that every interaction has the potential to leave a mark,
For sure.
and that simple acts of kindness, even in the virtual realm,
Mhm.
can have a profound impact on someone's life.
It's a reminder to treat every online encounter with a little more empathy,
Yeah.
a little more understanding,
Hmm.
and a little more kindness, because you
Right.
never know what someone might be carrying with them, what battles they might be fighting, or what solace they might find in your words or actions.
And this message of compassion and understanding is beautifully woven into the documentary made about Matt's life, The Remarkable Life of Ibelin.
Okay.
It takes viewers on a very unique journey, combining archival footage of Matt's with animation from World of Warcraft
Wow.
to recreate his experiences as Ibelin. It gives us a glimpse into the richness and complexity of his online life and the profound impact he had on others within the game.
It's not just a film about gaming.
Right.
It's a film about human connection,
Exactly.
about finding solace and belonging in unexpected places, and about the enduring power of kindness and empathy, even in a virtual world.
Absolutely. And that's precisely what makes Matt's story so compelling. It challenges our assumptions about online relationships
Right.
and reveals the incredible power of human connection, regardless of physical limitations
Right.
or geographical boundaries. His legacy serves as a potent reminder that kindness and understanding can flourish even in the most unexpected corners of the digital landscape.
Hmm. That's a really good point.
Before we delve deeper into the documentary itself, I think it's important to really understand the impact Mats as Ibelin had on the World of Warcraft community.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't just about the hours he spent in the game, it was about the quality of his presence.
Right. It wasn't just that he was there, it was how he was there.
Exactly.
So what did he do that made him stand out? What kind of impression did he leave on others?
Well, the emails his parents received after his passing paint a really vivid picture.
Go ahead.
People described Ibelin as incredibly patient and empathetic, always willing to lend an ear or offer advice. He was known for diffusing tension within the guild, mediating disputes and always putting others before himself.
It sounds like he created a really safe space for people to be themselves, even within a virtual world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And that's incredibly powerful, especially in online communities where things can get, heated or even toxic.
Yeah, for sure.
His actions fostered a culture of kindness and support within Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
He led by example, showing others the power of empathy and understanding.
And that had a ripple effect throughout the entire guild.
Exactly.
It's almost like he was a quiet leader,
Yeah,
not necessarily in terms of like rank or position within the game,
right.
but in the way he conducted himself and treated others. It makes you
Mhm.
wonder, did his parents see those qualities in him in his offline life as well?
That's a great question. And while the documentary doesn't explicitly delve into that, we can speculate that the compassion and empathy he displayed in World of Warcraft were likely reflections of his true character.
Okay.
Perhaps these qualities were magnified in the game where he could connect with others on a deeper level without the physical limitations he faced in the real world.
It's like the game provided him with a platform to truly express those aspects of himself, to shine in a way that might have been more difficult in his everyday life.
Exactly. And think about how his parents must have felt discovering this side of their son through the words of others.
Yeah.
It must have been both heartwarming and bittersweet, realizing the depth of his impact on people they'd never met.
It must have been like a mix of pride in their son's character awe at the connections he'd made, and perhaps even a tinge of regret for not having known this side of him more fully while he was alive.
Absolutely. It's a powerful reminder that we never fully know another person, even those closest to us.
Mhm.
There are always hidden depth facets of their being that might only be revealed in certain contexts or relationships.
And sometimes it takes something like a tragic loss to illuminate those hidden dimensions,
Yeah.
to make us realize the full extent of someone's impact on the world.
Matt's story is a testament to the enduring power of human connection.
Right.
Even though he's gone, the ripples of his kindness and empathy continue to spread through the lives of those he touched, both online and offline.
It's a beautiful legacy.
Yeah.
And one that challenges us to think about our own interactions with others. How can we bring more compassion, more understanding, more kindness to our daily lives, both in the virtual and real world?
It's a question worth pondering, especially as we navigate an increasingly digital world where it's easy to forget the human behind the screen.
Mats, as Ibelin, reminded us that even in a virtual world like World of Warcraft, our actions have real consequences,
Right.
and that simple acts of kindness can have a profound impact on others.
Yeah.
His story is a call to action, a reminder that we all have the power to make the world a little brighter, a little kinder, one interaction at a time.
And that brings us to the documentary itself, The Remarkable Life of Ibelin.
Okay.
This film does more than just tell Matt's story.
Yeah.
It immerses viewers in his world, both real and virtual, using innovative storytelling techniques to bring his experiences to life.
Yeah. The filmmakers took a really unique approach, blending home videos and interviews with stunning animations from World of Warcraft.
It's not just a documentary, it's an experience that transports you into Matt's world, allowing you to see the world through his eyes.
It really is incredible how they brought World of Warcraft into the documentary. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it really is incredible how they did that. The animation is just breathtaking. They work directly with Blizzard Entertainment,
Oh, wow.
the creators of World of Warcraft, to use actual in-game assets. So when you see Ibelin, it's like you're watching him move through the game itself.
That's such a cool detail. It's one thing to hear about these online experiences, but to actually see them come to life like that, it must make it so much more real for viewers,
Right.
especially those who might not be familiar with World of Warcraft.
Exactly. You're not just watching a cartoon, you're witnessing Matt's creation. Ibelin interacting with others in a way that feels completely authentic. And they even use transcripts from his role-playing sessions and online conversations to really capture the nuances of his online persona.
So it's like we're getting a genuine glimpse into his life in the game.
Yeah.
His relationships, his adventures. I mean, that's what makes this documentary so special. It's not just about telling a story, it's about creating an experience, about bridging the gap between the real and the virtual.
And by doing so, it challenges our perceptions of what's real and what's virtual.
For sure.
I mean, for Mats, his life in World of Warcraft was just as real, just as meaningful as his offline life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And his story shows us that human connection can flourish in the most unexpected places.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be face-to-face. It could be through shared experiences, through empathy, through the simple act of being there for someone,
Right.
even if it's through a screen.
And that brings us back to that powerful message we keep coming back to: be kind. You never know what someone else is going through. In Matt's case, behind that online persona, behind that avatar, was a young man facing real challenges, finding solace and connection in a virtual world.
Yeah, it's a reminder that everyone we encounter online, every username, every character we interact with represents a real person with their own unique story, their own joys and struggles.
And our interactions, no matter how brief or seemingly insignificant, can have a ripple effect. A kind word, a gesture of support, a moment of understanding. These can make all the difference in someone's life.
Mats, as Ibelin, showed us that even in a world as vast and seemingly impersonal as World of Warcraft, genuine connection and kindness can not only exist but thrive.
Right.
And his story, so beautifully told in The Remarkable Life of Ibelin, serves as a powerful reminder to bring that same compassion and empathy to our own online interactions.
It's a message that transcends the world of gaming, a message for all of us in this increasingly digital age. Be present, be kind, and remember the power of human connection, no matter where it's found.
Matt's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit,
Yeah.
the enduring need for connection, and the unexpected ways we find solace and belonging in the digital landscape. It's a story that reminds us that even in a virtual world, kindness and empathy can leave an indelible mark,
Absolutely.
touching lives and creating ripples of compassion that extend far beyond the screen.
Yes. And that, in essence, is the remarkable legacy of Mats Steen, the young man who, as Ibelin Redmoore, taught us all the true meaning of online connection and the importance of being kind, even in a virtual world.